Hi, this is Greg talking about relationships. Sometimes you feel jealous. I understand that. That is understandable. But there's a problem with jealousy. Actually, there are 4 problems with jealousy. I don't know if you realize the things that you set in motion when you act out your jealousy. The first one is, do you realize how insulting it is to your partner when you doubt them, when you disbelieve them, when you accuse them of things they haven't done? If they are being faithful and true to you, if they're being loyal to you, do you realize what harm you're doing to that person and what harm you're doing to the relationship by giving them such a grievous insult? So that's one thing I want you to consider. If they're telling the truth, you're insulting them. The second reason that I want you to think about, the second problem with jealousy, is that it indicates a lack of self-confidence on your part. You're screaming a lack of self-confidence. You're not sure that your man is being true to you. You're not sure that your girl is being faithful to you. What's wrong with you? What is it about your lack of value that you're advertising? Do you see what I mean? You are constantly presenting to your mate, this is who I am, and this is who I want you to think of me as being. And when you're being jealous, you're constantly promoting to that person, I am a person of low value. So that's a big problem with jealousy. Okay, there's a third problem with jealousy. And that's the fact that you're instilling the idea in that person's mind of the possibility of cheating. Do you know the sign that says, do not step off the grass? Do not step on the grass? That immediately wants you to go step on it. I have made a previous video that says, do not ask for that which you do not want. So, when you scream out jealousy, you're basically constantly asking for something that you don't want. You're asking for the idea to be creeping into that person's mind. So that's something that you don't want to do. And the last thing, which is probably the biggest problem with jealousy of them all, is the fact that you're imbuing the relationship with doubt. You're imbuing the relationship with a sense of, what if we weren't together? What if you weren't being truthful to me? What if I didn't believe you? What if we didn't have the bond that you think we have? What if we were 2 individuals lying to each other? Now, there is a possibility that your partner is lying to you. There is a possibility that your partner is cheating on you. There's always the possibility. People are layers on layers of intimacy, and you never know how far into those layers you've gotten. But let's assume for a moment that you picked wisely. Let's assume that you have a person of character with you. Let's assume that that person loves you. Let's assume that you've worked on building a relationship. And let's assume that that person has invested a good amount of time and effort and emotion into being with you. Let's suppose that person is being faithful to you. And now, the jealousy might kill that. So there's a big problem with jealousy. And here's the thing. Let's assume for a minute that that person is cheating on you. Jealousy is not going to accomplish anything. Do you see what I mean? What you need to do is you need to start out by establishing clear policies of what's acceptable behavior and what isn't. No ambiguity. Is it okay to sleep with somebody else? Are you guys exclusive? Are you guys monogamous? What are the standards that are driving this relationship? Make that very clear. And then, just create a setting where telling the truth is the norm. Create a setting where telling the truth is safe, and where confiding on each other, what's really going on in your hearts, is something that comes naturally. If you create that setting, if you create that sense of trust and that sense of intimacy, then there's absolutely no need for cheating, there's absolutely no need for jealousy or anything like that. But if you're feeling jealous, it's an indication that you don't have that bond, you don't have that connection, you don't have that intimacy where you can comfortably say for sure that you guys are trusting and you guys are confiding in each other. So that's something that you need to examine. It has nothing to do with cheating. It has to do with what have you guys built together. So that's what you need to look at. This video has been about jealousy. This is Greg talking about relationships, and I'll see you next time.